Yo, what it do, man? It's your boy, ABK Smooth Killer. Now listen, it's a young boy in my line trying to know about that texting shit, so I'm gonna put y'all niggas on the texting shit. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man. When it comes to texting, you don't wanna be too attached. You don't wanna be too detached. You feel me? Because if you're too attached to the interaction with the shorty from the beginning, you gotta set the tone from when you first approach the shorty or from when the shorty approaches you. You feel me? Because some shorties will pull up on you and this is what they're gonna say. They're not gonna say, I want your number. They're gonna say, do you want my number? You feel me? So from that time, you gotta set your tonality. You feel me? Whether it's her or it's you that's approaching her. You feel me? If you too attached to it, you scared to lose, man. She too bad, man. She got a fat ass, man. She woo 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be on none of that. And if you too detached, like, man, I ain't with these hoes, man. I'm just cooling, man. You also might lose the bitch with a festive nigga that it's on the tippy toes. You feel me? So you want to be like a little balance yourself over just feeling the surface. You feel me? Every time from that's gonna allow you to not think about too much what to text. You feel me? That's facts, man. Cause when it comes to texting shit, a lot of young niggas today they think they trying to be a player to text. You don't need to be a player to text. By not trying to be a player, that's how you come up across as a real smooth to text. You feel me? Cause you're not thinking too much. You feel me? Don't think that by you not trying to appear as if you're thinking too much, you're not gonna appear as if you're thinking too much. Nah, you already put the energy out there. You feel me? Can't try to be a player to text. Use text as a means of whoop de whoop. And listen, you don't need to write every time too. Use voiceover. You feel me? That's one thing that a lot of niggas miss out. Like, you don't got time to use voiceover and you get the shorty to, it just works better. You feel me? And you get had to even FaceTime you much faster. You feel me? If you can do that, find time to do that. Y'all niggas be missing out on the quick tips too. Use text as a means to meeting up a location, setting up a call, you feel me? Setting up a video. That's all y'all gotta do through text. Don't think too much, cause a lot of people be avoiding shit and just be trying to get shit to text. But the niggas that trying to get jiggy and all that, don't use quarantine as excuse. Get the shortest to FaceTime through text. Just see as that. You know what I'm saying? And that's that with that. And let me tell y'all one more thing when it comes to text. What else I want to talk about? Hey, listen. Every time you get rejected, through text, oh, it seems like a rejection through text. Cause listen, the shorty mood is gonna change. It's gonna fluctuate from whenever you first meet her out there in the street, and when she gets back to the crib and whatever's going on in her life, you don't know nothing about that shit, right? So her mood's gonna fluctuate. So what? Listen, and she gonna shit test the shit out you, cause she gonna see if you gonna match the energy all the time. All the time, you gotta listen. You gotta set the tone every single time you talk to shorties. It don't matter. It's not just from the first time you approach or she approaches you, or when you text. I already set the tone last week. Nah, you set the tone every time you open your mouth and speak. You feel me? Every day's a new day. So every time you do that, listen, they gonna shit test you. They might tryna, but not only by not answering, by trying to make you, they gonna test your self-esteem and then your ego. By how? Listen, this young nigga that hit me up on a consultation, right? I showed it that he mad whoop the wood that he grew up with, and then they mad again at the mall. We watching this shit right now. They mad at the mall and all that. So he texts her. He asked me what to text her, so I told him, listen. He texted her some shit, and then she told him that he's too aggressive. You know, you being too aggressive, and I told them, listen. This is exactly what you tell her. Tell her, I'm only aggressive with you, but only a little bit. You feel me? So he did that, and she was like, oh, you being inappropriate, slow down, that's too much. And he's telling me this feeling hurt. I'm like, yo, why you feeling like that? You feel me? His self-esteem, listen, every time a shorty texts you, your self-esteem, like how you respond, it says a lot about you. You feel me? A lot of niggas is butthurt when shorties shit test them. A lot of niggas like, oh, shorties is for the streets, man. You can't be butthurt about the game. Otherwise, your game becomes corrupted. You feel me? You gotta give space to the game. That's why y'all never should delete no shorty's number. Don't delete the shorty's number, man. Cause I'm telling you, some of them gonna get better. You feel me? And some of them, the mood changes. And you can't still smash. Don't mean you're gonna keep simping and texting them. Not just leave it over there, cause it's gonna come around. Goes around, comes around. The rotation really do work like that. Listen, if you really wanna be on game, listen, a lot of young niggas is still falling down the trap of this simp mentality and this simp that these niggas is trying to create today in society. A lot. And it's hard. And a lot of niggas is giving up on trying to give game. And game is deeper than just women. By putting young niggas with women, it brings a lot of masculinity out of them. But they also found out that they can just bring a lot of beta simps, not really make them feminine, but make them the lowest version of males. You know, more susceptible, more acceptable, not too disruptive. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta come down to that. You feel me? Yeah, you gotta stop being afraid of making mistake with these shorties, which is being too attached, or not trying to make mistake, which is being too detached to the bitches. You feel me? And when it comes to sending the first text, especially when it comes to sending the first text, don't be overthinking this shit. You know what I'm saying? You just met a shorty and you just set the tone, or you ain't even spoke. Sometimes you don't speak to shorties. You in the hurry and you see a bag, you put your phone out and you give it to her and she gonna put your number there. I did this like 100 times. It work all the time, right? So you do that, and the first text, you don't gotta overthink. You gotta work on your own sense of humor. You're not trying to be a clown, but sense of humor works all the time. You feel me? You're not gonna entertain her, but there's a level of sense of humor. You feel me? Memes work all the time. If you into that shit, whatever you into it. You feel me? Check her IG too. See, if you don't got that information, meme work, bro. I'm trying to tell you. And anything out of that could get sexual. It depends how you view shorty. It depends how you're trying to move, how you're trying to stick and move. You feel me? Because some shorty is more direct, and you can see it through the first energy that they're giving you. And some shorties is more laid back. You feel me? But essentially, no shorty wants to be viewed as too easy or as a hoe. So you have to be able to bypass that. You have to be able to break that icy wall that they're going to put up in front of you automatically. That's there. And it's only there because of society, of how society judges them. You feel me? So we can't look at the shorties and be like, man, these shorties is like that. Nah, because we creating the narrative. We as men, we dictate the narrative of society. We decide. If we decide to disrupt society, we disrupt society. We get violent and disrupt and go conquer. So we set the narrative of society. You set the narrative of how you talk to these shorties and how you move with these shorties. You feel me? They gonna fall in line. They gonna fall in place automatically. It's the law of nature. You feel me? Shorties are in movement. You know what I'm saying? The feminine is the energy in movement, and the masculine is the energy which is observing the movement, which is still. Automatically, that which is still is a magnet to everything that's in movement. You feel me? That's the shit that y'all gotta understand. This is a principle of life that works with anything. If you understand this shit too, it works with shorties, my man. You feel me? This is what it is, man. When it comes down to the stakes and shit, do not overthink. Do not overthink texting. You feel me? I ain't giving no lines. I'm teaching y'all niggas how to fish. You feel me? So we analyze this shit. However they react, it should tell you a lot. It should tell you a lot about yourself. However you react to their response. Don't matter what mood they in. If they feeling freaky or if they sad. Because sometimes if they feeling freaky and they texting a lot of freaky shit, y'all niggas be jumping off your chair and answering that shit too fast. Same shit. You know what I'm saying? And whenever they getting emotional, you getting too like you trying to be there for emotional support, or you trying to be the smart dude that understands this. They're trying to, nah, son, slow down. Feel me? Relax. You know what I'm saying? Chill, you gotta have that shit. You gotta know when to interact, when not to interact. Cause them gonna be testers too. Can I tell this man all my business and rely on him to listen to all my bullshit that the other dude that just comes and pipe me down, not going trying to listen to, they're gonna shut me down as soon as I try to be a more and all that. That's his test. And once you accept that, scratch, now you're on that box. Now you're gonna be used as that. And then it's gonna start the shit test, more, and then you're gonna start going lower and lower and lower and lower. And most dudes, just because they want to keep the coochie, they sacrifice their manhood because of that. And because the manhood's already under attack from all areas, they can't even do nothing about that no more. They just keep taking and taking and taking and taking and taking. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what y'all gotta be aware of when it comes to this texting and the narrative that's being said about texting. Use this shit as a means to something, to meet up, to come to your crib, to meet up somewhere, to calls, and use the voiceover shit. You know what I'm saying? When it's appropriate, use the voiceover shit and get them shorties to FaceTime you instead. Don't be trying to be a player through text. And you're gonna come across as a player already. You feel me? Texting is a crazy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing to it, man. So y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Big from Club. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to talk about. If y'all want me to go more in depth into this shit, y'all let me know. You feel me? Y'all already know what time it is, man. Go follow me on IG. We finna go live once we hit 1K. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Bang.